Hi peeps, Junction 6 here. To start off with, I'd like to wish everybody a very happy new year, and let's hope 2023 is going to be good for everybody. A bit better than last year anyway. This video is going to be moderately long. I want to go through some things which I'd like to see happen in 2023 to the game. Now, I'm not on about things like adding new tanks and camos and stuff like that, because that's going to happen anyway, and new maps and things. The things I'm talking about are things I'd like to see changed slightly, or moderated anyway. I'm just going to put a quick game on so you've got something to watch. It's not a very good game, but it's a game. The first one I'd like to talk about is some sort of update for the crew skills, because that's well overdue. Now, I remember crew skills coming in and they were at level 7. No, I think they were level 6 when they came out actually, and they put a level 7 in, but it's been like that for years. It's about time we had a level 8, I think. I know a lot of you guys will be fully maxed out. I know on my Vantiv account I'm fully maxed out on crew skills, so maybe we could do with a bit of a boost on those. The next thing I want to talk about is the professional tournaments. You know, the proper big guys who play this for real. Now, I've watched loads of the tournament stuff. I really do enjoy watching the tournament stuff. I think it's great. However, I mean, this year it was just Type 71s facing off against each other. The whole, you know, some teams had 6 or, you know, some are even out at 7, I think. Type 71s, you know, that's just crap, isn't it? What they should be doing, I think, I'd like to see a tournament where they had a set formula. So they had to have 1 TD, say 3 heavies, 2 mediums and a light. So a mixture of tanks, just to see how that would play out. And then maybe they could say, well, you've got 3 heavies, but one of those could be an extra TD. So you could have 2 TDs, 2 heavies, 2 mediums and a light. Or maybe one of the lights or one of the mediums could become an extra light tank as well. Just so that you had a variation of tanks in these tournaments, instead of just Type 71s blasting each other. Another thing about tournaments I'd like to see would be for, you know, the general tournaments, just to have a tech tree tournament. So no smashers in the lower tournaments and annihilators and all the other gold tanks. Just one with just tech tree tanks in for a change. I think that would be a good idea. I'd like to see that. The other thing I'd like to see, now we've got this migration to the RU server, have joined the EU server, so we've got a lot more players. So do we really need tier 10 to have tier 9s in it as well? I don't think we do. I think tier 10 can stand alone, so that if you play in tier 10, all you see is tier 10s. That way, if you're in a tier 9, you're only going to see tier 9s or tier 8s. I think, yeah, there's enough players that the only reason they had it that way was because of the lack of players. You know, you didn't want to have to wait ages and ages for a game. Well, now you don't have to, because there's so many players. It's just a thought. That's what I'd like to see. And one thing I definitely need, or the game definitely needs, is an auto translator. Because of all the Cyrillic languages going on, every game you can't understand a thing what's being said. The only thing I know is that the word Matt with a little B on the end means mother, because these guys are going to do things to my mother. Yeah, okay, well that should all be deleted out anyway. Yeah, you can't tell if they're saying go left, go right, hold, anything. You just can't see what they're saying, because it's all in Cyrillic, and yeah, most of the EU players don't understand it. So an auto translator would be a really, really good idea, I think. Yeah, even if it's just a button somewhere, you know, in the settings where you could turn it on and off. That way, if you don't mind and you can understand it, so if you are Russian, you can have it turned off. But for us guys who aren't, then we could turn it on. Now, I know probably none of these things would ever come to the game, but they're just things I thought I'd like to see in the game, you know, coming in 2023. Why not? You know, we've got to have something to look forward to. I know we're just going to get more gold tanks, more OP tanks, more camouflages, more attachments, basically stuff to spend money on. Anyway, that's my rant over. Happy New Year, guys, and happy tanking.